Right now, this is the question on every developer's mind, and honestly, the answer has gotten a little messy. Because the moment you start, you run into multiple framework options, and every single guide swears that theirs is the best. A framework isn't just a model with a few tools bolted on. The good ones handle state, memory, tool use, evaluation, and deployment for you. No single framework wins for everyone. So here's the plan. The mental model first, then all options, grouped by the bet each one makes, then how to pick. First, the one mental model that makes the whole field click. Every framework sits on one line. On the left, total control. You define each step. On the right, raw speed. You hand off a goal and let it run. 4 more axes decides the rest. Your language, how much type safety you want, whether you lean on documents, and whether this has to pass enterprise review. Start at the control end, where you wire everything by hand. LangGraph, from LangChain, models your agent as a graph. Every state is a node, every transition an edge. You decide exactly how it branches, loops, and pauses. Because it's an explicit graph, you can pause at any node for a human to approve, then resume from a saved checkpoint. Perfect for long reviewable workflows. The cost of all that control is a steep learning curve. LangGraph is overkill for a quick demo, but unbeaten for complex, long-running agents. CrewAI takes the opposite approach. You give each agent a role, researcher, writer, reviewer, hand them tasks, and group them into a crew that collaborates. It's the easiest mental model here, fastest to a working prototype. The catch, role systems can balloon in complexity and you'll want to validate what they output. Next, the SDKs shipped by the big model labs themselves. OpenAI's Agents SDK keeps the surface tiny. You get tools, guardrails, sessions, and handoffs, where one agent cleanly passes the task to a specialist. It works across model providers and speaks MCP, a shared tool standard. Standardize your tools on MCP, and moving between frameworks later gets a lot cheaper. Google's ADK is code first and covers the whole lifecycle. Build, test in a local UI, evaluate, then deploy straight to Vertex or Cloud Run. Great if you're on Gemini. Microsoft's agent framework folds 2 older projects, AutoGen and Semantic Kernel, into one. It's built for the enterprise, with Python and .NET side by side. That means the things enterprises actually ask for: governance, telemetry, Azure and Microsoft 365 connections, and predictable type-safe engineering, at the cost of being newer. Now the type-safe and lightweight ones, where you lean on code. PydanticAI brings the developer experience that made Pydantic and FastAPI famous. Every model response is checked against a schema, so your agent returns clean, typed data. You describe the shape you want with a Python class, and PydanticAI guarantees the output matches, ideal for support tickets, reports, database writes, and financial workflows. Hugging Face's smolagents flips the script. Instead of choosing from a menu of tools, the model writes small snippets of Python code, and the framework runs them. The core is small enough to read in an afternoon, which makes it wonderfully flexible. But running model-written code means you must take sandboxing and security seriously. Strands from AWS is model-driven. There's little framework ceremony, so you hand the model tools, and it reasons about which to call and when, from chat to fully autonomous. That makes it light and fast to stand up, and it's a natural fit on AWS and Bedrock. Just give it firm tool boundaries before you point it at anything regulated. 2 more for very specific worlds: TypeScript and data. If your stack is TypeScript, Mastra is the full stack answer. Its key idea: separate loose agents for when steps are unknown, from fixed workflows for when they aren't. It ships with memory, retrieval, evals, and observability, and plugs straight into Next.js, React, and Node, so an agent lives right inside your web app. LlamaIndex workflows is built around one job: data. It's event-driven. Each step emits an event that can branch, loop, or run in parallel, and it excels at retrieval. So if your agent lives on documents, Enterprise search, knowledge base, multi-step research. This is the sharpest tool. Just note it's narrower for general orchestration. Which brings us to the only question that matters: how to pick. You'll be tempted to sort by GitHub stars. They run from LlamaIndex workflows 400 all the way up to CrewAI's 55,000. But stars measure buzz, not fit. And the best framework isn't the one with the most stars, it's the one that fits what you actually need. So match the tool to the job. Need control? LangGraph. Speed, CrewAI. Types, PydanticAI. Documents, LlamaIndex. Enterprise, Microsoft or Google. TypeScript, Mastra. So here's the map: 10 strong frameworks, one spectrum from control to speed, and exactly 0 of them that are best for every single project. Pick for fit, not stars. And whatever you choose, standardize your tools on MCP. That keeps you portable if you ever want to switch. That's the whole field in one video. If it helped, drop a like and subscribe, and leave any questions down in the comments. Thanks for watching.